In a world where history and fantasy collide, witness the epic clash of Stickman armies on the beaches of Normandy like never before. As dawn breaks on this alternate D-Day, the sky churns with ominous purple storm clouds, casting an otherworldly glow across the Enchanted shoreline. Lightning crackles and strikes the tumultuous ocean, illuminating the silhouettes of approaching airships that loom menacingly overhead. The tranquil morning is shattered as magical portals tear open the fabric of reality, disgorging waves of blue allied and red axis stickmen onto the glowing sand. These simple figures, armed with an impossible fusion of World War II weaponry and arcane artifacts, charge headlong into the fray. Spell-powered machine guns unleash streams of arcane bolts, while floating bunkers hover ominously above the battlefield. Their ethereal turrets tracking the movements of the invading forces, as if this scene wasn't chaotic enough. The air fills with the sight of descending paratroopers. These are no ordinary soldiers. Glowing things with pure energy have replaced traditional weapons, allowing the stickmen to swoop and dive with supernatural grace. They rain down into the sky, adding to the pandemonium below as both sides struggle for control of the beach. The clash of arms is a spectacle unlike any other. Stickmen wielding traditional rifles find themselves fighting alongside long-range brandishing staffs and crackling eldritch energy. Flamethrowers spew gouts of dragon's breath, setting swathes of the battlefield ablaze with multicolored flame. Energy swords hum and spark as they clash against magical shields, each impact sending shockwaves rippling through the air. Explosions pepper the landscape, but these are no ordinary blasts. Instead of fire and shrapnel, bursts of vibrant ink expand like blooming flowers, while crystalline structures shatter into dazzling fragments that hang suspended for a moment before dissipating into motes of light. The very fabric of this reality seems to bend and warp under the strain of such impossible combat amidst the chaos. Translucent HUD elements hover around each Stickman warrior, hellbombs fluctuate wildly, damage, death, and received, as fallen Stickmen don't stay down for long, allowing defeated warriors to respawn and rejoin the fight with renewed vigor while ammo counters kick down with each pull of the trigger. Occasionally, a Stickman's exceptional performance is rewarded with a satisfying kill streak unlocked notification, granting them temporary access to devastating power-ups that can turn the tide of battle. The ebb and flow of combat is constant, its wingspan blotting out the roiling storm clouds. Shimmering portals materialize on the battlefield. This endless cycle of death and rebirth lends an air of futility to the proceeding, as neither side seems capable of gaining a definitive advantage. Suddenly, the air thrums with power as the Allied forces call upon their ultimate weapon. A colossal, translucent eagle materializes in the sky with a piercing cry that shakes the very ground. It dive bombs the Axis position, leaving trails of golden light in its wake. The devastating airstrike scatters enemy formations and destroys fortifications, their weapons sending fearful against its impulsive bolt. Each thunder is death, streams of bubbling magma give way, giving the Allies a momentary advantage. Their spectral tread leaving trails of sparks in their wake, magical energy cracking the oxygen. Not to be outdone by themselves, but the assault that would have not related into the real conflict. Lucians swarming in their wake as they pursue their enemy territory. Allied forces prepared for one final, desperate push. Their defenses faltered as the Allied advance gained unstoppable momentum. The Axis commanders unleashed their own secret weapons. The very air seems to pump with triumph. Roman troops materializing on the battlefield. Splits as a towering lava golem erupts from a hidden bunker, their ethereal forms pulsing with barely contained energy. Its molten form towers over the battlefield, their simple forms belying the epic nature of their achievement. Allied stickmen scatter before this monstrous boss as the battle rages on, neither side willing to concede defeat. Glowing tanks materialize on the beach, return to their respective realms through shimmering dissipate and the last echoes of battle fade away, blue stickmen clamber aboard these mystical war machines with a deafening roar. The tanks surged forward, lingering aura of magic that hangs in the air. A reminder that in some realities, but the memory of their valiant deeds will live on. That exists when we dare to reimagine even the most familiar of tailies. They smash against the crimson barriers erected by the Axis defenders. For a moment, it seems as though even these mighty vehicles might be repelled. But then, with a sound like shattering glass, the barriers give. Allied tanks pour through the gap. The beach is left pristine. The Axis lines crumble under the relentless assault as the last pockets of red resistance are overwhelmed. Victory! The Allied of Normandy, the Stickman army, both victor and vanquished, even behind a landscape forever changed by their impossible conflict. The events of this day will be remembered not just as the turning point in the Great War, but as a testament to the power of imagination. For in this world where the laws of physics bound to the realm of fantasy, even the timeless prediction, from the double desert as the last world of is a feint. The line between history and fantasy is but a thin, easily crossed boundary. And so, the curtain falls on this most unusual of invasions. The Stickman may be gone, a testament to the power of creativity and the endless possibilities in this world and countless others. The spirit of adventure lives on, waiting for the next bold soul to take up arms and write their own chapter in the ever-expanding book of legends.